Let's now talk aviation, because Ghana has now overtaken Nigeria and Tanzania as the fourth largest African destination from the United States. Now, this is not in terms of total volume, but rather in terms of U.S. origin travelers. And this is information we're getting from Forward Keys travel industry trends. Let's pull up some graphics for you to help you understand where we stand at this particular moment. You can see that we stand fourth. South Africa is leading when it comes to the margins. But one interesting thing is a green light in there. Of course, we've picked up by over 44.5% jump in terms of the originated, travels from the United States. This is much more good. And we're having this discussion on the back of the U.S. ambassador to Ghana, Stephanie Sullivan, saying that the United States will further deepen its bilateral relationship with Ghana. It follows the relaunch of passenger flight operations from Washington to Accra by the United Airlines. Its Dreamline 787 landed at the Kotoka International Airport over the weekend, and the U.S. ambassador said the start of the United Airlines service will also promote trade between both countries, that's Ghana and the United States. Once again, a little information about the United Airlines. We know that the airline will operate 3 flights per week to Accra, offering passengers more traveling options to the U.S. Also, United Airlines, which is the third largest airline in the world, as measured by fleet size and number, will compete with Delta on Accra, New York, JFK routes. Well, interesting trends there. Let's now bring in Sean Mendes. He's an aviation expert to help us understand his thoughts on all these developments in Ghana's aviation space. Sean, we're so grateful that you joined us. Good news, but what does this mean for our chances in the aviation space, specifically Ghana?
Hi, Charles. Thanks for having me again. I think this is actually a very positive development for Ghana in general. I think Ghana positioned itself, brand Ghana, so to speak, has positioned itself very strongly in the United States, where, as you've seen, Americans looking to travel to Africa are now choosing Ghana as their first gateway for tourism, for business, and so forth. And that is partly due to the stability of the country, the recent elections, which went on very peacefully and without, significant violence and so forth. The good handling of the COVID situation. Ghana has gotten a lot of credit internationally for the way that the COVID situation was handled, both domestically as well as with the reopening of the country's borders with the testing regime and so forth. And I think this is, multiple years of very good policy making by both governments have now come and are beginning to show dividends as more people around the world, and in the United States specifically in this case, are realizing the potential that lies in Ghana from both a business and tourism standpoint.
And speaking of business and tourism standpoint, of course, Washington, D.C. to Accra, this particular route in question opens so much opportunities, business-wise, airspace-wise, the confidence within the industry. But I want you to also have your take on the recent ranking where we have overtaken several African countries to rank fourth, in terms of the U.S. travels back to Ghana.
No, definitely, and I think that is really where you see where the real gains have been made. South Africa has gotten bad publicity in the United States in the last 6 months to a year because of the so-called South African variant of COVID that has developed there. In fact, there's a travel ban from South Africa to the US, so obviously their numbers are down. Morocco has vacillated between being open for tourists, being closed to tourists, and so forth. And Kenya also has had issues both with security. This has been a constant issue in Kenya over the last decade or so, as well as with the COVID situation there, which has not been very good. Ghana, in the meanwhile, has been able to deliver positive news on pretty much all these fronts. And when someone is looking, U.S. travelers in particular, and I think I mentioned this when we had a chat in January, that U.S. travelers in particular will look for replacement markets from their traditional travel markets, such as Europe and so forth, because of the high COVID cases there, because of the travel bans over there. And they are discovering Africa, and more specifically, they are discovering Ghana. So if Ghana can build on this, like Ghana built on the Year of Return and the other initiatives over the last few years, it is really going to be the first of many potentially new routes between Ghana and North America over the next 10 to 15 years.
Sean, we're so grateful. We shall catch up soon. That's Sean Mendes, an aviation expert, helping us understand his thoughts and analysis on Ghana ranking 4th destination from the United States.